Welcome everyone to the game between Javokhir Sindarov and Vidit Gujrathi at the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League. Javokhir Sindarov has been in hot form in this tournament. He has played brilliantly here for the Triveni Continental Kings. He's beaten Vidit before, he's beaten Rapport, he's beaten Pragnananda twice. I mean, the guy is absolutely on fire. Meanwhile, Vidit scored his first win in this event when he got the better of Richard Rapport, and it was a very, very important win for his team when he managed to do that. Sorry, it was against Lenier Dominguez when he scored a very nice positional win. Meanwhile, Vidit has been rock solid on his board as well. He's tried to hold it on because the other team members have played impeccably here. For example, Alireza Firuza. E4 by Javokhir, E5 by Vidit, Knight to F3, Knight C6, Bishop C4. Now both of them have played several times against each other, and in fact they have played Italian as well. D3, this is all well known theory. D6, Vidit is a big expert in the Italian. Bishop G5 is one of Sindarov's favorite moves to pin the knight. H6, bishop goes to H4, and now A6 has been played. Now this tension which exists here can be very interesting because black can go G5, which Vidit does, and the bishop is now a bit misplaced. You can see it's kind of staring at the black pawns, and Vidit even goes to this extent that he castles. White also castles here. And by the way, Vidit and Sindarov have played this position before. Rook e1, G4, and last time Sindarov had played Knight H4 in an online game. Now Bishop H4 played by him. This has been played by Javokhir against Murzin recently, so Vidit might be well prepared. Knight e7 with the idea to get the knight to G6. He takes it, the king comes to F6, knight goes to H4, and now the best move is to put your king back on G7. But Vidit goes slightly wrong. He goes knight G6, and this point I think Javokhir is very happy to jump in to F5 with his knight, and after bishop takes F5, he takes Ef5, attacking the knight. King takes on F5. And look at that king. D4. Have you ever seen a king like this, which is racing ahead of its pack? D5 by Vidit, a good move. And Sindarov comes back. And what does black do? Has to play E4, of course. Otherwise, if you move your king back, I just take and take on E5. So E4. And now if you don't take on E4, you would be, the black king would run away. So here, by taking with the knight, you're taking away all the retreating squares from the black king, keeping the king there. Knight H4 played. And now knight G3 check followed by queen takes pawn is very good. But he goes H3. And now Vidit is better. If he finds king G7, 6, king and taking his king back to G7 or H7 would be very, very good. Vidit finds it. He finds the move. H takes on G4, and now just king G7, keeping the king safe. He plays F5. He moves his pawn to F5, hitting the knight in the center. King G7 would have been better, but knight G3. And now the position is super complex. And to play in this time control with a king on G6, never easy. Queen B3 could be very powerful. Instead, Javokhir takes on F5. And Vidit can take back now. Knight takes F5. He goes king H7. He prefers not to take the pawn. Rook to E4 played, eyeing the G4 square here. Rook to G8, and this time now queen B3 is a very strong move. He finds it. Oh, he plays queen D3, not B3. He's trying to pin. Here, rook E8 played. But this is not a good move by Vidit. He had to play rook a f8 to keep an eye here. The position would have been slightly better for white, but after rook a e8, rook a e1 is just a crushing move here. And Javokhir plays f6, which is also a strong move. Rook takes rook, queen takes rook, check, knight comes back to g6, and now the problem is this pawn falls. The bishop on a7, which is blunted here, is very passive. He goes back to b8, and now queen c6, stopping the c pawn from advancing. Goes knight to f4, does black. And white brings his rook to e1, looking here at the e7 square. Queen to d5, threatening mate on the g2 square. King h8, takes, and rook e6 played. He's attacking the a6 pawn as well now. Vidit pushes his pawn to a5. And now f7, knight h5. Look at the speed at which he's playing. Rook takes pawn, check, and takes it here. Vidit goes knight b6. But now the material is even in terms of the number of pieces. But Vidit is 2 pawns down. And this is not easy. He's going to lose one more pawn here. Goes king f1, c6, rook b8. Pawn to c5 by Javokhir. And d5 played. d6, knight to e4. King comes up to g6. And now g4 played. He's pushing forward. Takes pawn, king f5. f3 played. And Vidit somehow trying to get some counterplay here with his king. It's not going to work out. Javokhir just defends it. Rook to h7. And rook b5. He takes on b2. Rook takes b2. Rook h5. And Sindarov knows that he's winning in multiple ways here. Rook d2 played with the idea of pushing the d pawn, and there's absolutely nothing here that Vidit can do. It has been an incredible game by Javokhir. Vidit here resigns, and Javokhir Sindarov, and Vidit says he should have brought his king back to g7 perhaps. And maybe f5 was not a good move by Vidit there, opening up his king even further. But what an interesting game, and what brave play by Javokhir. He's shown that he is an absolute class act here. And Vidit, well, he tried his best, but he was not able to solve all the problems that were posed to him by his opponent. The good news for Vidit is that the Triveni Continental Kings did win their game against the Ganges Grandmasters.